with a white flag in hand from the head starter. Matt Bray gonna turn him loose next time by. BD's Distillers caution lights extinguish around the racetrack. Big Bass Dubuque, GMC Face Truck gonna hit the safety of Thule Welding and Fabricating Pit Road. All eyes on the training tail start zone off at turn number 4. Rick Spencer-Walt the inside, Mark Dilley the outside. Green flag in the air off at turn number 4. Side by side to turn number 1. Spencer-Walt down on the bottom. Dilly gonna power out on the high side of the racetrack. Dilly able to get the nose out in front, back of the line that time by. Spencer-Walt not going to go quietly, working on the bottom side of the racetrack. Door handle down into turn number 3. Spencer-Walt taking the road. He'll get the nose out in front, this time back of the line. 2 laps in the book, both cars taking the lead. Dilly hard into the corner, that car bottom down. He'll slide in line behind the 6 of Spencer-Walt. The front 2 distance themselves for Dan Archibald in 3rd. Spencer-Walt with a little bit of breathing room. Tries to change the line at that time to 3 and 4. Late entry into turn number 3. Top 2 setting a torrid pace. Distance themselves to the rest of the field. Archibald starting to feel the pressure from the 8 of Paul Bogensberger Sr. Car length advantage now for Spencer-Walt in the 6 machine. Really taking a late entry into the corner, trying to save that right rear tire. Paul Sr. has caught the 07 of Archibald, side by side for 3rd. Paul Bogensberger Sr. up on the high side of the racetrack, trying to go through to 3rd. The juniors tire. Chevrolet Chevelle roll on the high side of the racetrack. Archibald down around the ball in the Thunderkid Auto Machine. Jamie Cairns, the birthday boy. He joins the battle now for the 3rd spot. Trouble for Luke Chidaki, heads down pit road. Cairns trying to get a run to the outside of Archibald. Archibald slammed the door shut. Cairns knocking on the rear bumper of Dan Archibald, trying to find a way past. The 36 car looking fairly sporty. Trying to move forward here into the 4th spot. Again, another shot from Cairns. Archibald parks that car down on the bottom side of the racetrack. Says if you want the spot, you're going to have to take to the high side. Cairns now puts the power down off of 2, trying to get up to the high side. Drew Robertson now on his rear bumper. Contact, Drew Robertson and Thomas Dunn get together. That's the battle for the 6th spot. Jamie Cairns now up to the high side, looking to go around Dan Archibald. Archibald moves up the racetrack. That put Cairns up into the 3rd lane. Here comes Drew Robertson down low now with the lane open on the bottom side of the racetrack. 3 wide for 4th at the moment. Jamie Cairns falls back behind Archibald. Drew Robertson, the Raptor Filter 71 machine on the move. Looking to the inside, the 07 of Archibald. Side by side for 4th. Robertson through and past Archibald. He gets sideways. Able to hold on to the spot. Thomas Dunn comes through. Archibald free falling through the field on the high side of the racetrack. He gets into the 63 and sends Thomas Dunn around. Archibald was desperate to get to the bottom side of the racetrack. He was losing positions left, right, and center up on the high side. Into the back of the 63 of Thomas Dunn and puts him on spin cycle. And race director Mike Brown wasted a little time, sending Archibald to the rear end. Choose cones complete. They'll come to the white flag this time by 16 laps complete. 34 laps remain on the Epic Racer scoreboard. You have to wonder, as fast as Rick Spencer-Walt and Mark Dilly took off from the field, how much did they abuse those tires? Maybe someone like Paul Sr. getting that third spot, just cruising, not abusing his stuff, saving it for late in the going. I'll have something here on the restart. McMaster Buick GMC pace truck to the safety of Dilley Welding and Fabricating pit road. Out of the Training Tails restart zone, green flag in the air. Mark Dilly was ready for the restart. They came out of the Training Tails restart zone. He was on the loud pedal. And, well, folks, as a colleague of mine used to say, when you go shopping, there's one thing you get, that's your receipt. I think Thomas Dunn just got his. Tom, let's just take a moment and send our well wishes to Matt Spry in the 1700 at this moment. Thoughts and prayers. He might be along for a bit of a wild ride in this moment.
There is not going to be much room between those two bumpers, I can assure you.
I mean, if I'm Matt, I'm staying as far tight to the 36 as I can and just clearing as much lane to the outside as possible. All right, so eyes on the front of the field, eyes on the rear of the field. Do your best to follow all the action here. Coming out of the Training Tails restart zone, McMaster Buick GMC pace check to Dilley Welding and Fabricating pit road, green flag in the air. Spencer-Walt gets the nose out in front. Dilly trying to fire back on the high side. Paul Douglasberger Sr. through to the third spot. Drew Robertson to the outside of Jamie Cairns, trying to take the fourth spot away. Archibald into Cairns, hard way down into turn number one. Right through the back of the 36. Matt Bray, the starter, already. Right now, Jamie Cairns, the back of Drew Robertson, trying to get him moving to get Archibald's path. Robertson now on the loud pedal, putting some distance between him and Jamie Cairns. Cairns with a mirror full of Dan Archibald and Matt Spry. Spencer-Walt out in front. Dilly changing up lines, trying to find a way to get to the 6 car. This is how the Battle of the Hilltop played out. Spencer-Walt was out in front, and it was Mark Dilly who made a late charge in the going. What did Spencer-Walt learn back in August that he could apply here tonight to hold Mark Dilly off? Dilly on the move back forward, trying to run down the Dodge Challenger, Rick Spencer-Walt. Cairns has fifth. Archibald on the chart, trying to get back to the 36 machine. Cross flags in the air, 25 laps in, 25 to go. Dilly hanging right on the rear cone bumper, the 6. of Rick Spencer-Walt. Dilly starting to pick up the pace, applying pressure to Rick Spencer-Walt, the 6 machine. Spencer-Walt with a slide off of turn 4. Dilly looking to the inside. Spencer-Walt tries to slam the door shut down into 1. He'll get the run on the high side off of turn 2 and down the back straightaway. The 6 car still out in front, but Mark Dilly past the halfway point has picked up the pace. Dilly now to the bottom side of the racetrack. Spencer-Walt is there. Contact is made. Dilly now might have knocked the right front fender in on the 64. '64 looks good. No more smoke coming off that right front. Spencer-Walt with some distance now. Mark Dilly gonna have to run him back down. Drew Robertson has slid backwards to the 36 of Jamie Cairns. Cairns under pressure. Here comes the 07 Archibald for 5th. Cairns with the receipt to Archibald. Cairns gonna go for the spin though. Caution is out. I don't know how good those spare tires are on the rear of the 07, but he's going to try to put on a show here from the outside of row number 2. As we mentioned, Walt said earlier this afternoon, his plan, if it came down to it, he's going to send it to the outside and let it sing. Let the Billy Howard-powered 6 machine go to work on the high side of the racetrack. I believe a Donaldson-built motor with some Sefco engineering under the hood of the 64 car. Big Master Buick GMC pace truck down pit road. Green flag back in the air off of turn number 4. Side by side for the lead. Spencer-Walt with a run on the high side, off of 2 and down the back straightaway. Paul Bogensberger Sr. and Dan Archibald side by side for 3rd. Spencer-Walt with the advantage. We get back to straight, but Dilly looking good down around the bottom of the racetrack. Dilly a little bit tight that time through the middle, gets over the curb. Spencer-Walt able to fire back. Spencer-Walt making the high side work. Has led him back to the stripe every time so far since we went back racing. Paul Bogensberger Sr. through to 3rd. Archibald back to 4th. Drew Robertson rounds out the top 5. Archibald with a run to the inside of the 8. Contact made for 3rd. Dilly gets the nose out in front now. And around goes the 00. That will draw the caution once again.
Walt wants the outside. Why give him that preferential lane?
I mean, the bottom side has worked for Mark Dilly so far. You remember early in the race, he started on the outside of Spencer-Walt. He was not able to make the pass on the high side. Walt was too strong down along the bottom. So now that he's got that preferred lane choice, he was able to get the nose out in front to be able to have that control at the restart. So the bottom's where Mark Dilly prefers to do his work right now. Spencer-Walt, though, going to do his best. I mean, we get another quick caution. Spencer-Walt, he's good for 2 or 3 laps on the high side on the restart. So we'll see what he can do from the high side here. The lights extinguished on the Master Buick GMC pace truck and make the hard left to 2 of the welding and fabricating pit road. Come to the training tails restart zone once again. Drivers playing the games on the restart. Green flag back in the air. Archibald with a dive to the bottom. Paul Sr.'s there. Contact is made. The 07. He locks it down. He'll go for the spin. 2 drivers that have mixed it up before. I think Archibald sending a message to the 8 senior. Archibald not quite able to get that car spun around. He'll do back it up, 3-point turn, get pointed the right direction. White flag is out. Lights extinguished around the racetrack. Media still caution lights are out. McMaster Buick GMC pace truck going to make the hard left to the welding and fabricating pit road. 17 laps still on the Epic Raceway scoreboard to settle this one. Coming to the Training Tails restart zone off of turn number 4. Green flag back in the air. Buzz the tires from the 8 senior. He'll try to slide in line contact with the 71. Archibald through on the bottom. 3 wide down the back straightaway. Archibald, Robertson and Cairns 3 wide all the way down the back straightaway through 3 and 4. Robertson slides back in line to 36 and 07 side by side for 3rd. Spencer-Walt with issues with the 6. He might have lost the power steering and what was left of it on that 6 machine. He'll go for the right front flat now. Spencer-Walt stay going from bad to worse. Right front flat on the 6. Tails restart zone. That's going to spell some trouble for Mark Dilley in the 64. The big built motor under the hood of the 07 will go to work coming out once the green flag is out, coming out of the restart zone.
And so far today, Archibald's car has been an absolute missile on restart, so this should be entertaining, Brennan.
Team down in the infield cheering him on, telling him, this is your moment. Lights are extinguished on the McMaster at GMC. Pace truck, all eyes. Mark Dilley, the control car, got to be the first one to fire. Archibald starting to play games, trying to pick up the pace. They head to the Training Tails restart zone. Green flag back in the air. Dilly on the bottom, trying to get away. Archibald on the high side, trying to put the power down. Down the back straightaway. Archibald into the back of the 64, trying to jack him up. Dilly on the brakes, able to get that car locked down. Archibald being given the warning flag. Dilly up to the high side of the racetrack. He'll give Archibald the bottom, lost the rim to work. Dilly able to power out down the back straightaway. Dilly gonna roll the high side of the racetrack. Try to give the 07 as much breathing room as he can. Little bit of smoke coming from the 64. Dilly now clear back to the bottom side of the racetrack. Rick Spencer-Walt up to 4th. Looking to the inside of Paul Boogersberger Sr. for 3rd. Spencer-Walt is there. Battle down the back straightaway for the 3rd spot. 10 to go with the line this time by from Mark Dilley. The clouds are part and the sun is back out. That's going to change the racing service if you put the power down off the 4. Start to put some heat back in the racetrack. Spencer-Walt in 3rd, trying to run down the 07 of Archibald, trying to get back to 2nd. Spencer-Walt laying the bumper to the back of the 07. They mixed it up in the heat race earlier this afternoon. Spencer-Walt sails it in on the high side of the racetrack. They'll go to the outside of Archibald, off the 4. They'll lead him back to the straight for 2nd, the 6 car. On the high side, clear of Archibald already. But now a half straightaway back for the 64, Mark Dilley. It'll be 5 to go at the line, this time by Matt Bray hit him with that 5-knuckle shuffle, 5 to go at the line. Mark Dilley looking to remain undefeated in hot rod action this year here at Sunset Speedway. They go 3 for 3. The big Z46, the Battle of the Hilltop, and now the Tammy O Memorial. Obstacle stakes in the air for Mark Dilley. 2 laps to go. Paul Senior and Archibald trying to battle it out for the third spot. White flag in the air. One more trip around the park for the 64 machine. Off of 4, double checkered flags in the air. Mark Dilley with the win. Rick Spencer-Walt for second. Dan Archibald going to come home in third. Paul Senior fourth. And Robertson will round out the top 5. Three for 3 in hot rod action. Here he is, folks, coming around to the car. Your winner of the Tammy O Memorial. Make some noise for Mark Dilley. We'll go this way. We'll follow Mark. That'll be easier. Mark going over to check on Rick Spencer-Walt. Ricky getting some water dumped on him, overheating inside that car. Mark, my man, every time you strap into 64 car, it's the same story. We're talking in Victory Lane. This car an absolute rocket every time you bring it out.
Yeah, I can't thank Tom and the crew, just everybody, all the sponsors, Leading Edge Earthworks, Global Simcoe Paving, Keldon, Johnny D at DHL, and CGC. Everybody's been so good. It's just so much fun. I love it. Ricky, I mean, we're having a great time out there, and it's unfortunately he had some bad luck because it was shaping up to be real good. He was quicker in one, and I was quicker in the other, but just great. And I just thank everybody for coming and sitting and watching. That's the best part of it to me.
You got to do this for so long at such a high level. What's it mean to be able to come back to Sunset where it all started and honestly just get to have some fun? No pressure, no media, no nothing like that. You just get to come out, hang out with your friends and race. How good does that feel?
It's good. I mean, everybody's here. My dad comes, my brother comes, everybody, lots of friends and that. And then obviously I made lots of friends here in the grandstand over the years. So it's my pleasure to come back and entertain.
Well, thanks for the show, Mark. Congrats on the win again. 3 for 3 this year. Make some noise. Your feature winner, Mark Dilley. We'll just jump over. We'll find Archibald. Can you give Rick Spencer-Walt a little bit of time to catch his breath? Well, I'm going to say you might not have won, but man, this 07 car was the show. What a day for you, Dan. I mean, you guys battled back through adversity. 2 flat rear tires. And not often do you got spare tires sitting there good enough to even battle or hang with these guys. But, I mean, you're making a run for the lead at one point on a restart. And at one point, 2 flat tires on pit road. Talk us through your day.
Well, the car was good, and then it wasn't. And then I don't know, man. It's just I'm happy where we finished. We should have finished better, but apparently we got some sausage heads out here that can't freaking drive. So, and you know what? Hey, I'll admit I'm bad for it, but I didn't pull a stupid like retard.
I mean, a long season, Dan. I mean, the 07 car went quick. A good way to end the season here at Sunset on the podium. Thank everyone that helped put your season together.
I got to thank my buddy Kenny here. This guy puts in more hours than anybody. And I got to thank Bully Dog, Southern Auto Parts. Who else we got there? Crash Quotes. That's my boss, Chris. Redline. Limitless Liners. If with these guys I couldn't do it, but Kenny, like I said, man, this guy puts in more hours than anybody.
Well, a good finish for you here tonight, Dan. Hopefully we see you more in the playoffs with the 07 car. As we work through, we'll jump over here. Little crowd with Rick Spencer-Walt. Looked like a hot one for you, man. Jumping behind the wheel of this 6 car.
Yeah, I drank half a 60 last night. That probably wasn't too smart, but I don't give a shit. It was fun. That's not everything. We lost the power steering with 30 laps to go, and I couldn't even turn the thing in the corner. I was just struggling the whole time, so I couldn't get the marbles off on the restarts. But Mark had a really good car anyway. Tommy does a hell of a job setting these things up, and we had a really good car too. Just I mean, I'm watching the power steering fluid fly up on the window. I got to a point I said to these guys, I'm just going to pull off. I can't drive them with it's not the old days. These cars don't turn like they used to without power steering. So I was trying. It's hot. I got to thank Rob Bromley Automotive, Dutchman race cars. They work hard on this stuff. This motor was apart this week and back together for me to run it. The thing was obviously ripped up in a heat race. I had a lot of people, Big Brian, his son's towing, Jacob and Brian down there helping me weld this thing back together. James, Jesse. There's a lot of people I'm going to miss, and that happens when you're working on these cars, but thanks to everyone.
I mean, a good day for you here. I mean, every time you jump behind a Bromley hot rod, it's usually a podium or a win. So a good day for you. Thank everyone that made it possible.
Yeah, definitely. Bromley, there isn't much on this car other than him, his team, all the guys back at the shop that work on this stuff all day long. Sunset Speedway, you, yourself, and Spencer, and everybody that puts on this show. It's a fun time to come out here. Hopefully we can come back in late models next year and probably make another run at it.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Second place finisher, Rick Spencer-Walt.